we sit here tonight, the #1 song on the Billboard chart is called
Rich
Men North of Richmond. It is by a singer from Farmville,
This is a weird way to lead the debate.
named
Very weird
Oliver
way.
Anthony. His lyrics speak of alienation.
As Tupac once said in his album All Eyes on Me,
with the state of government
Vivek, your floor.
and of this country. Washington, D.C. is about 100 miles north of Richmond.
Richmond, north of Richmond.
What are we doing? Is this like an award show?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
And now up for Song of
Chris
the Year.
Christie looks hungry. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
He looks like he's looking.
They don't feed him for
He's
8
looking,
hours
looking at this
before.
country singer like a guy in a stranded island when you turn
Yeah.
into like a roast chicken.
Yeah. He's a drumstick.
These guys are probably hearing the song for the first time.
Yeah, they're like, Richmond, north of Richmond, that's us.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody get this.
He's singing about us.
Is there anyone on stage who would not support
Can I chime in on this?
the increase of more funding to Ukraine?
Pence.
We would not support it. Europe needs to step up. I mean,
Vivek's got his hand up.
Hey, Ron, it's a raise your hand question.
Can I ask you why they have Dallas Cowboy logos
I was gonna
across
say
all
this.
the podium?
Because they're America's
Well,
team.
because McCallum was a cheerleader.
It's a good answer. Good
They're
answer.
not doing
You
that,
would not
and I
support
think
more
we need
funding?
to do. And I
Excuse
think
me,
our
Paul Lynn is
support should be
talking.
contingent on them doing it, and I would have support in China, to be
China.
able to take
China.
and do what we need to do.
Let me
with
raise
China.
my finger.
Mr. Ramaswamy, you would not support an increase of funding to Ukraine?
I would not. And I think that this is disastrous.
There you go.
Good.
He's kicking ass.
Good. Point that
Invasion across
finger.
Somebody else's border when we should
Pretty
use
thug
those
life.
same military
Yeah, thug life
resources
drink.
to prevent across the invasion of our own southern border here in the United States
Boom.
of America.
Boom, drink. What did I say at the beginning of this? Bring in immigration. That was a winning issue for Donald Trump. It's still a winning issue, by the way, for that base who voted for Donald Trump. People in the
100%.
Rust Belt and people in
Build the
states who
wall.
experience that with a southern border. It's the one area where you can pick up some of the left pieces of Donald Trump. People say, you know what? He didn't really deliver on his promise. I will finish what Donald Trump
I
started.
think people in New York and Chicago and Martha's Vineyard are starting to
They might have
experience that
strong
problem
opinions
a little
about
bit
that.
because we shipped them to you.
Vivek is 4 for 5 with 3 triples and a home run.
I don't understand the sports reference, but I understand that's good, correct?
By making America strong.
I thought I was sitting next to him. Diane Carroll. What?
Look, we're going to have to work and make sure that we sell these ideas and be able to put ourselves in a position where we get a majority of the vote.
Like you sold
not
two-lane
only by
traffic
winning
on
the
your bridge?
Congress. We cut taxes in New Jersey.
Try cutting carbs.
We cut debt in New Jersey.
Let's go to Chris Christie because he's going to say something and his B's will be...
around the country.
talking about chicken cacciatore.
Blame this crisis on.
So I ran the 5th largest office in America in a state where there is significant urban
The oblong
crime.
office.
And the problem
Did you
is
make
not
it the
gonna
5th
be
largest
solved
office?
by
Exactly.
more money.
It was a broom
It was
closet.
the 8th.
So you got
to get there.
These prosecutors
The West Wings.
in these
Oh, too many
localities
fat
in the
jokes.
states
Bullshit.
it doesn't change the truth.
He's talking about cholesterol.
Chris Christie, you are very, very bad man.
What did he just say, this fat fuck?
That he's not paying for his buffet.
If nothing else tonight, please let his giant bubble be burst as far as the tough talking straight from the hip. Everything about that man is phony.
I saw him stand up to the managers at Arby's. They showed him.
You said you have the beef.
He's going to hang himself right here. Watch.
Well, you need to
Show me the rope.
Yeah, I was going to say you need to read
It's a cable.
It's got to be cable.
Political pressure.
We have another
gotta be an
question
old
for you.
bike
I'm
rack.
going to get everyone in on this issue. But I
Martha,
have
stand
another
up and
question.
spin
I have
around.
another question. Hold on, you will. All right. So
God damn it, got an ass like a
President
nectarine. Let's
Trump's
see it.
former
I wanted to see for myself
If the cabbage was
what
fresh.
Vladimir Putin's army was doing to the free Ukrainian people. And let me tell you, I want you all to look around this arena tonight and imagine that every one of these seats was filled. If every one of them tonight, we have to have law and
Somebody
order
throw
in
him a
this country.
salmon.
We have to enforce the law. And what that means is to make sure that
catches
people
it with
who
his claw.
come here illegally are
Have
not
we hit every fat
rewarded
joke there?
for being here illegally.
No, there's still more.
And those people are waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yeah,
because
'cause you're in line at
we haven't
Wendy's.
dealt with the problem of the folks who are here.
Yeah.
We have to have them citizens.
Let's bomb
the
China.
Chinese are engaging in an act of war against us.
Let's take 'em
killing
both
our
out.
citizens.
Just drop him. That'd be a Moab they wouldn't be
There you
expecting.
go. Exactly.
And to try to straighten
Oh,
that
no.
relationship out.
Give him 20 minutes in a porta potty and he'd fucking drop that off.
All that Chris Christie's will block out of the sun. We have to fight in the shade.
He's going to roll him at the Mexican
He
cartel.
doesn't
like
do
the
bad
Lost
for a
Boys.
fat guy I hate.
as millions.
The job of the President of the United States is
you
to
need a
stand
level
up
to find
for
your belt
truth.
buckle.
That's not entirely
The job of the President of the United States is to be a role model for our children
Yeah, not a
and
role.
our grandchildren.
Listen,
No,
wait, hold on.
I know.
I've had enough already.
Have you, Mr.
tonight
French?
Of a guy who sounds like ChatGPT standing up.
Oh, you stole that from a funny meme you read on 4chan, you fat son of a...
The last person in one of these debates, Brett, who stood in the middle of the stage and said, "What's a skinny guy with an odd last name doing up here?"
Obama.
Was Barack Obama, and I'm afraid we're dealing with the same type of amateur standing on stage tonight.
Oh, that's not going to help you, Chuckles. Say the word bully, Chris, you big girl.
Just like you did to Obama, too. Give me that
The same type of amateur.
Hold on. Governor Haley, would you like to respond?
Is it just me? And by the way, hit the like button if you're watching this on YouTube or if you're watching... I never think that Chris, they say he's a tough talker. No, he comes across as incredibly feminine to me.
Yes, he's a whiny.
He's catty.
He was picked on as fat as a kid, and he still has that mentality.
Yeah, he should have gotten ripped.
He's a big girl who loves
Kicked
heavy
sand
cream.
in the bully's face. Charles Atlas.
To take out fentanyl labs,
Take
to
off your
take
top.
out drug cartel operations.
Yes.
Would you support that kind of American
Yes.
military?
Look at him, like somebody
Yes.
smelled the
And I
fire.
will do it on day one.
100%.
Here's the thing.
Special forces to take out fentanyl labs.
I will say Ron DeSantis has answered very clearly
Yes,
on
he
this
has.
question before where he said, no, I will not support amnesty whatsoever. He's been very clear about that. He just needs to be clear in this debate.
Not a part of your southern border. We have to reestablish
I'll give you
the
the
rule
order.
of law, and we have to defend our people. The President of the United States has got to use all available powers as Commander-in-Chief to protect our country and to protect the people. So when they're coming
Against
across,
the globalists.
yes, we're gonna use
Finish the
lethal force.
sentence.
Yes, we reserve the right to operate. How many more tens of thousands are we going to let to die? I am sick. I've met angel moms throughout this country. I met a
Nice
lady
tits.
in Texas named Tracy, and her son took one
Sally's
Percocet
Angels.
that was laced with fentanyl, immediately died. That is happening all across this country because of the poison that they are bringing in. So as president, would I use force? Would I treat them as foreign terrorist organizations? You're darn right I would.
Does that mean bombing them?
Would have been great if not for the "you're darn right I would." I'm sorry, that's just not a good way to frame it.
No,
you're darn tootin'. You're darn tootin'. El Chapo?
Yeah.
El Chapo, I have a little something for you. And guess what? It's not snack time.
Right, that should have been a Thug Life.
I'm not.
moment,
It's
but
an Apache.
I'm not.
Fentanyl, could it be Satan?
I'm not talking malarkey.
Yes. I don't want any more of your tomfoolery. Okay? This isn't the local town hall hootenanny.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.